What scientific photos are hard to believe but are indeed real? Salt under a microscope. https://www. Reddit.com interesting gas fuck. Comments 7TKW81 grains _of _salt _under electron microscope. That picture is not being illuminated. It is not CG. It is an active nuclear reactor demonstrating. Bro, that's clearly Mako energy leaking from the live stream this year. FF7 remake screenshots. Can anyone find the full resolution image of the real one? Is crazy. It's such a large file that you can zoom in insanely far with great detail. My god, it's full of stars. An amazingly well-preserved mummy from 1450 BC. Anyone else get a Conan O'Brien kind of vibe? I was thinking Ed Sheeran's grandpa. Photos taken 1/100 millionth of a second after a nuclear explosion. These are some of my favorites because not only is it such an incredible feat of engineering to pull off photographing something so incredibly powerful and quick, but also because you're looking at some of the most powerful things pound for pound that we've ever created. Absolutely amazing and terrifying at the same time. Atomic bombs are more interesting than just the most powerful thing humans have created. Atomic bombs are humans capturing the core nature of the universe and killing people with it. The sun is a continuous nuclear fusion reaction. Also, in the early universe everything was just equally distributed hydrogen. Gravity pulled them together, all the hydrogen atoms in a small pocket, until their own mass fused the central atoms and created a sun. With fusion, hydrogen atoms fused into more complex atoms creating the atomic chart, eventually spewing enough material to create asteroid fields which then fused themselves into planets which became closed systems within themselves that led to more complexity until a product of said planet was able to think and then killed each other over and over until they learned how the universe functions and then recreated it in miniature. That's it. Mars rover accidentally drew a penis on the surface of Mars. This is clearly the best photo in this thread. This is a visible light photograph of a single atmosphere. That's pretty sexy, not gonna lie. I want to have sex with it. They're stretching a gold wire. See? All the way down to a strand of individual atoms. Until it snaps. The way you said, "see," made me read your comment like a mobster from the 1930s. I believe you, but my Tommy gun don't. This is Pluto. This is not an artist's rendering, or CGI, it is an actual honest-to-God picture of Pluto. That we have this quality of image of a planet that is over 5 hours away at the speed of light is simply astonishing. Plus edit plus, yes people, Pluto is a planet. It's a dwarf planet, but it is still a type of planet. If you built a road directly to Pluto at its closest point to Earth and you were able to drive the modified speed record Bugatti Chiron at top speed the entire way, it would take 998 years to get there. How much gas would it take, and is there that much gas in existence on Earth? An amp. #X200B. Edit. The Bugatti Chiron gets 11 miles per gallon at their furthest. Pluto and Earth are 4.67 billion miles apart, and at their closest 2.67 billion miles are at their furthest 424.5 million gallons of gasoline at their closest 242.7 million gallons of gasoline and amp. #X200B. Looks like the US alone consumes 384 million gallons per day. I thought the math would show there isn't enough gasoline on Earth. Boy, was I wrong. Or my math was wrong, which is also possible. Man, what a waste of time that was. Scientists were able to conduct an autopsy, during which they discovered that her 2,000-year-old body, she died in 163 BC, was in similar condition to that of a person who had just recently passed. owing to her burial in multiple chambers and the conditions surrounding her tomb. When she was unwrapped, her skin was still soft. Her joints could still bend and flex. She still had all her hair, and her veins still contained type of blood. The YouTube channel Ask Him Mortician has a fascinating video on Lady Di. This image is only 0.000000385% of the total area of the sky edit. Didn't expect this to get so many upvotes, so I didn't elaborate more on this subject. But here is a brief summary. As many of you know, this is known as the Hubble Ultra Deep Field. It's what we got back after pointing the Hubble telescope at a tiny area of space in the Fornax constellation where previously it was believed that there was nothing. It's a composite of 800 individual images with a total exposure time of 11.3 days and took over 3 months to capture all the images. Each dot, blob or speck is a galaxy, each with millions and millions of stars. To understand how small this area in space is, it's about the size of the tip of a pencil seen at arm's length, or the size of a banana almost 3 football fields away. Here is the banana math. https://www. Reddit.com, Askreddit, comments, D978, D2, what _ scientific _ photos _ hard _ to _ believe _ but, F1 FTVEAS. It does make me feel incredibly small and insignificant, and it deepens my existential crisis, and at the same time it makes me overwhelmed with joy to be able to see this incredible image. Here is a high-res version you can zoom in on, https://cdn. Space Telescope. Org. Archives. Images. Large HEIC0611B. JPEG. Thanks for the gold and silver and all that crap. Have a great day, night. Random stranger on Reddit. Oh, and by the way, every smudge, blit and blot on that sky is an entire galaxy filled with millions of stars and probably billions of planets. Also, this 0.000000385% of the sky was the darkest region of space, and NASA pointed the Hubble telescope at it for 10 days to get this image. And GT. Also, this 0.000000385% of the sky was the darkest region of space, and NASA pointed the Hubble telescope at it for 10 days to get this image. This is what amazes me about this picture. This is from a boring, maybe not much here, area of the sky. This is mind-bending because it is impossible to directly observe an entangled state, because the act of observing a particle collapses the state. These scientists at the University of Glasgow got pretty creative to capture this. So I've always wondered what scientists actually mean when they say, observe, like how could the particles know we're looking at them? The term has always confused me since I'm not a scientist and assumed the term, observe, means something else in context. This view from the surface of a comet. These images sat in are seen by Cassini from within its shadow and Earth getting caught photobombing it. The following image shows where we're hiding in the above image. It's very, very hard to believe that it's a photo, not a digital drawing. This bell end poking the demon core with a screwdriver. Quite possibly the best example in history of play stupid games. And GT. Under Slotin's own unapproved protocol, the shims were not used, and the only thing preventing the closure was the blade of a standard straight manipulated in Slotin's other hand. Slotin, who was given to bravado, became the local expert, performing the test on almost a dozen occasions, often in his trademark blue jeans and cowboy boots, in front of a room full of observers. Reportedly told Slotin and others they would be dead within a year if they continued performing the test in that manner. Scientists refer to this flirting with the possibility of a nuclear chain reaction as tickling the dragon's tail, based on a remark by physicist who compared the experiments to tickling the tail of a sleeping dragon. And GT. On the day of the accident, Slotin's screwdriver slipped outward a fraction of an inch while he was lowering the top reflector, allowing the reflector to fall into place around the core. Instantly there was a flash of blue light and a wave of heat across Slotin's skin. The core had become supercritical, releasing an intense burst of estimated to have lasted about a half-second. Slotin quickly twisted his wrist, flipping the top shell to the floor. The heating of the core and shells stopped the criticality within seconds of its initiation, while Slotin's reaction prevented a recurrence and ended the accident. The position of Slotin's body over the apparatus also shielded the others from much of the neutron radiation, but he received a lethal dose of 1,000 neutron and 114 radians gamma radiation in under a second and died 9 days later from acute radiation poisoning. I have literally never understood Slotin's own bravado while playing with one of the most dangerous substances ever produced by mankind. I love this picture, although there's a lot of misinformation about it. People say that the person is being distorted by radiation damaging the film, while in reality this is just a long exposure shot. Still very creepy though. Chernobyl, on HBO, was absolutely horrifying. I was glad to see it won Emmys. Absolutely riveting and unforgettable. The first untethered spacewalk by Bruce McCandless, the sheer impact of what we're accomplishing in this pic just gobsmacks me. I know it's not exactly a photo, but take just about any frame from this person standing with a backdrop of fucking lava and show